meadowlark and the chimchuree and the sparrow set to the sky in a flying spree for the sport of the Pharaoh. A little while later the Pharisees dragged a comb through the meadow. Do you remember what they called up to you and me in our window? There's a rusty light on the pines tonight, sun-pouring wine, Lord of Marrow. The bones of the birches and the spires of the churches jutting out from the shadow. And the yoke and the axe and the old smokestacks and the bale and the barrow. And everything sloped like it was dragged from a rope in the mouth of the south below. We've seen those mountains kneeling, Felton and gray. We thought our very hearts would up and melt away. The snow in the nighttime, just going, and the stirring of wind chimes in the morning, helps me find my way back in from the place where I have been. And Emily, I saw you last night by the river. I dreamed you were slipping little stones across the surface of the water, frowning at the angle where they were lost and slipped under forever in a mud cloud, microspangled like the sky had been breathing on a mirror. Anyhow, I sat by your side, by the water. You taught me the names of the stars overhead that I wrote down in my ledger, though all I knew of the road universe of those Pleiades loosed in December. I promised you I'd set them to verse so I'd always remember that the meteorite is the source of the light, and the meteor's just what we see, and the meteoroid's a bone thrown from the void that lies quiet, an offering to thee, and the meteorite's just what causes the light, and the meteor's how it's perceived, and the meteoroid's a bone thrown from the void that lies quiet, an offering to thee. You came and lay a cold compress upon the mess I'm in. Through the windows wide and cried, Amen, Amen, Amen. The whole world stopped to hear you hollering. And you looked down and saw now what was happening. The lines are fading in my kingdom, though I have never known a way to border 'em in. Talking towns becoming downright sickening. In due time we will see the far buttes lit by a flare. I've seen your bravery, and I will follow you there. Go through the nighttime, so healthy, gone healthy all of a sudden, in search of a midwife. Help me, you can help me find my way There are worries where I've been. And say in the lee of the bay, don't be bothered. Leave your troubles here where the tugboats share the water from the water, flanked by furrows curling back like a match held up to a newspaper. And Emily, they'll follow your lead by the letter. Make this claim, and I'm not ashamed to say I knew you better, for what they've seen is just a beam of your sun that banishes winter. And let us go, though we know it's a hopeless endeavor. The ties that bind, they are barbed and spined and hold us close forever. Though there is nothing would help me come to grips with the sky that's gaping and yawning, there's a song I woke with on my lips as you sailed your great ship towards the morning. Come on home, the poppies have all grown knee-deep by now. Blossoms all have fallen and the pollen ruins the plow. Peonies nod in the breeze, and while they wetly bow, hydrosyphilitic listlessness, ants mop up their brows. My clay-colored motherlessness rangily reclines. Come on home now, all my bones are dolorous with vines. Pa pointed out to me for the 100th time tonight the way the ladle leads to a dirt red bullet of light. Swing skyward and listen, loving him. We move within his borders, just asterisms. And the stars set order. We could stand for a century, staring with our heads cocked in the broad daylight at this thing. Joy, landlocked in bodies that don't keep, dumbstruck with the sweetness of being till we don't be told. Take this and eat this told. Meteorite is the source of the light. The meteor's just what we see. And the meteoroid, the bone thrown from the void that lies quiet and offering to thee. And the meteorite's just what causes the light. The meteor's just what we see. And the meteoroid's bone thrown from the void that lies quiet and